everyone, welcome to the Red Men TV Steve. It's the fan interactive show. Hope you're doing well. We have got a jam-packed show for you today. We're talking bad news, Luis Diaz's injury, potential good news in terms of signings. We've got Amrabat, we've got Enzo Fernandez, easy for me to say, and obviously literally about 5 minutes ago some Jude Bellingham stuff, but as well via Kevin Palmer. Going to be discussing all that. We've got a club legend draw, so we've got some pins to stick in the subscriber map, and yet loads more as well. I'm even going to be talking about Kylian Mbappe's mum. Yep, Mbappe's ma is getting a mention on the show. Do interact, it is the interactive show, so do interact with the show, and I can bring your comments up on the screen. Like, for example, if I click on, let's have a little look, who can I have? I'll bring Rachel Todd up. Rachel Todd, evening. Evening, Rachel. Hope you're well. Hope you're well indeed. Yeah, so get yourselves involved, get yourselves in the chat, and yeah, I'll bring up throughout the show. I'm here with producer Aaron. Aaron, how are you doing, mate?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
I'm good, mate. You got rid of the lasers? No lasers today?
Yeah, no Christmas festivities back here today.
Yeah, it's premature Christmas. Are you bored of it or something?
I'll be honest, the lasers were kind of starting to hurt my eyes, so I've just turned them off.
Yeah, it probably was a health and safety risk. But yeah, mate, thanks very much. I hear that last night on the stream, Paul set a question for me. I don't know what that is. Do you want to go with that one for me now? Let me know what he asked and I'll try and answer it as best I can.
Yeah, I just want to be very clear. This was Paul's question.
Oh, God.
And he says, do you prefer top or bottom?
Do I prefer top or bottom? How are we... in what context? No context?
Well, that's the thing. So there was no context, so take it how you think Paul would have meant it.
Okay. I'm going to say top. Yeah. Like at Christmas, it's better to give than to receive. So I'm going to say top. I think that's my... In life, really, I like to be at the top rather than at the bottom in everything I do. So yeah, I'm always going top. Yeah, I'm going top. Thanks very much, Paul, for that one. At the end of the show, it's Chris is on tomorrow night's show, so we'll be setting a question for Chris Pajak, so hang around. You guys can help me get involved with that as well. If you wanted to set a question for Mr. Chris Pajak himself, Mr. Tuesday Night, get involved.
We've had a YouTube member already.
We've had a new YouTube member already. Oh, look at this. The board's getting full, as it is. Michael, Eves, Reese, Jan, Ariane, Raul, and Matthew. Matthew,
I think.
Yeah, sounds well. Who's the next one?
Martin.
Martin, I can spell that.
And then I'm not going to try and pronounce his surname because I'll probably offend him. So V-E-I.
V-E-I.
V-A-J.
V-Vaj, maybe?
Maybe.
I mean,
that sounds... G,
G at the end?
Yeah.
Oh, I've done a J now.
And there's a little... It doesn't really show well on YouTube, but there's a little accent above the A.
Well, I've made a mess of Martin's name already, but I'll fix it next time I get a chance. I've got black pen all over me. And there you go, man. There you go. Martin's on the board. Are we sure we're not getting gagged by a fake name? Like, sometimes that happens, and I'm trying to work out if someone pranking us, but apparently by now someone in the chat would have let me know. I've got a chat here from Kieran. Thanks very much, Kieran. I think he's in the Discord chat, one of our club legends. Do you not watch these streams when you aren't hosting, Steve? Yes, I do. I'm often in the chat with you as well, guys. I'm always in thereabouts, but I do get off before the end, so I don't spoil that question. That's genuine as well. I usually... about 5 to the hour, 5 to 10. I usually click it off because I don't want to spoil it. So yeah, I do kind of watch Key, but not all the time, not to the very end. Right then, let's start with again. Unfortunately, some bad news. So yeah, I know Paul did touch upon this on yesterday's stream, but yeah, Luis Diaz. Unfortunately, there was rumours, wasn't he, coming out of Colombia that he was going to need surgery on his knee. And he's already had that surgery. I bring the tweet up here from James Pearce of The Athletic, of course. Jürgen called it a smash in the face, but Liverpool are going to be without Luis Diaz for 3 months. And he has, in fact, had knee surgery now. It's been confirmed. Obviously, those pictures, I think his missus put pictures up of him in the hospital. 3 months. The interesting one, when this happened, there was a lot of people going, again, the doctors, we haven't got a doctor, blah, 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 that kind of stuff. Aaron actually found this really good tweet for me from Injury Mechanisms, and I'll bring that up for you now as well. And essentially what they're saying is two completely separate injuries. So this next one is the last one was his medial ligament. This time it's his lateral, so his LCL rather than his MCL. So it's the other side of his knee. It's just bad luck, basically. Now, obviously, there might be some links in terms of training and did one impact the other and that kind of stuff, but he hasn't re-aggravated the same injury. It's a fresh injury, which, again, I don't know if that's a good news or a bad news, really. Like, re-aggravating the same injury worries me because that's when you end up with chronic issues, and that really terrifies me with knees for Liverpool players. But the fact that it's just a separate injury, it's not good news, but it's like the lesser of two evils, maybe. And Kieran again says, yeah, it's rubbish that we're losing Diaz for 3 months, which is about 3,000 games. Yeah, Liverpool have got a lot of games to play after the Christmas break, even starting just before Christmas Day, actually, when we play City. Yeah, there's tons of games he's going to miss. And obviously, it was touched upon for James Pearce. Well, Jota, not expected to be around until late January, early February. Not ideal. Liverpool are down to, well, 3, like, what you'd call established forward players in Núñez, Salah, and Roberto Firmino. And then obviously the likes of Fabio Carvalho, who started left wing in the friendly the other day. Harvey Elliott, who looks like escaped injury, thankfully, with just a knock the other day. Then you're looking at maybe Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. None of this is ideal, really. It's a really big blow for Liverpool. We did a podcast literally on Tuesday, me, Steve and Chris, talking about how amazing it is to have Luis Diaz back. We can't wait to see him, and then this happens. It really was a big kick in the teeth for us, yeah. So our wishes go to Luis Diaz, of course, but yeah, it's a real big blow for Liverpool. The one name I never mentioned there, actually, and it kind of ties in from our friends over at This Is Anfield. Talking about Kay Gordon. No, I don't want to subscribe, Matt. Matt, get your pop-ups off the screen, mate, for This Is Anfield. But yeah, Kay Gordon's back on the pitch after a 10-month injury nightmare. Yeah, he's been sidelined for 10 months. He's returned to light training outside during the mid-season camp. Now, I understand Kay Gordon is not the replacement for Luis Diaz, of course. He's not. No, that's not what I'm saying. But Jurgen Klopp did pick Kay Gordon in a Carabao Cup semi-final, so he obviously likes him. Now, he is only 18 years old, but maybe we start seeing him again. There's an FA Cup tie to play in January. There might be more League Cup stuff depending on how we get on against Man City. Might be more Cup games down the line as well if we can advance through the third round of the FA Cup. And we also saw Ben Doak play against Derby County, and we were made up to get him on the pitch. Now, Kay Gordon, in theory, should be ahead of Ben Doak on the pecking order. So it'd be nice if Liverpool can, like, say, even if it's just for the Cup games and Mo Salah can't play. Mo Salah shouldn't be playing in those. We need to be saving Mo Salah for the league and the Champions League. Then I think we might see Kay Gordon back. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing him if we can. Anyway, be nice to get him back. He deserves. He was making really good progress before what is essentially a very long injury layoff that he's had. Moving on, then, I want to talk to you guys. In fact, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to talk about Amrabat. I'm going to do loads of the transfers. I'm going to try and group that together very, very shortly. Before I go, I've got a couple of comments on those transfers, and just to give you a little teaser, let's have a little look. In fact, I'll go for this one first. Naya, who says he's been out for 10 months with an injury. He won't be anywhere near fitness. You are right, mate. I'm thinking more of the cup games. He's got like a month or so to get himself half fit, and maybe we can use him in those cup games. But yeah, we won't be seeing him much before that. And then let's have a little look where it was. I had one before. I think I might have lost it now. It was basically saying Fernandez or Bellingham. And I'm going to say both. And shout out to the Baileys22. Shout out to Jack, who says, remember to like the stream, guys. Yeah, hundreds and hundreds of you. Hopefully millions of you. No, 100 at least are watching the show. So if you can give the video a big old thumbs up, that really does help us out. So yeah, do like the stream. If you do, if you do so, it really will help us out. Death Strider, rather, unpopular pagan, but Diogo Jota's injury prone. Change my mind. Well, we can't change your mind, mate, because you're right. He has been injury prone. He definitely has. He had a couple of major injuries every single time now. That is a worry with Diogo Jota. I think he's fantastic when he's fit, but you are right in saying that, mate. He has not been fit for a while, so yeah, not ideal, that one at all. Let's have a little look. Got one from, who is it? Kay Bennett. Do you think we will need a new winger now? Yeah, on the Diaz stuff. I don't think Liverpool would ever sign a player just to cover an injury, mate. Was that a super chat, Joe? I don't know. That's just
no. I just thought it was an interesting.
You pinned it for me. Yeah, it was a good one. Yeah, listen, I don't think you can sign someone to recover injuries, but going back to the last point on the Jota thing, that is becoming an issue, and Jota's got to prove himself. He does have to prove himself ability-wise, because I think that's unquestioned, but in terms of staying fit, he does. At some point, Liverpool are going to be looking towards a new forward. I don't think it's imminent. I don't think they would do that just for an injury that with one coming back in January, February, and then the other in March. I don't see them doing that, but I mean, maybe a loan, I don't know. But going down the line, the Jota stuff is a concern. Liverpool need to keep an eye on that one because, like you say, broke tends to stay broke. And we've been bitten before with injury-prone players, Naby Keita and Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, just a name too. But I reference Adam Lallana, a bit of Daniel Sturridge. It's not their fault, but you can't rely on these guys to stay fit all the time. Before you know it, it's a false economy having them because the part of your match day squads and the part of your league squads, your Champions League squads, but then they're not available. And I've always said it loads, your best ability is your availability. And you are right to say Jota hasn't, he's actually been readily available, to say the least. Right then, yeah, we've got the Amrabat stuff, we've got the Mbappe, the Fernandez, and the Bellingham stuff coming. But before we do that, I have got a draw to complete. Give it away a Red Men t-shirt. If you want to know more about how we do these draws, why we do these draws, check out this break, and I will be back in 1 minute and 54 seconds.
Hello all you wonderful festive people out there. Just to let you know, we are running an incredible Advent competition on Redmen Plus throughout December. We are entering into week 2. We have already given away an auto pen signed Mohamed Salah framed shirt, a signed Michael Owen medal, but there is plenty more awesome Liverpool themed prizes still to come. The main prize on the immediate horizon is that right there, Crown Paint's retro Liverpool away shirt signed by Ronnie Whelan and by the most decorated goalkeeper in Liverpool history, Bruce Grobbelaar. On top of that, we've still got loads of other bits and pieces away, signed books, merch and more leading up to this on Christmas Day. The coup de grace. Phil Thompson, Liverpool legend as a player and as an assistant manager, and Jamie Carragher, Liverpool legendary centre-half, both signing a 2001 Liverpool away shirt with the FA Cup final, Cardiff 2001 stitching on it as well. An absolutely wonderful, unique piece of Liverpool memorabilia, and that is the King Dingaling prize, still up for grabs, as well as, of course, giving you access if you join and get yourself into the hat for these things by going to redmenplus.com and joining as a club legend. You're also going to get amazing content. The football is coming back very, very soon indeed, and we're going to have you covered. We've got documentaries, features, interviews, and club legends also get to join our Discord and get free merchandise as well. So yeah, not only do you get all that boss stuff, you'll also get entered into the draws for these incredible prizes as well. So yes, join us daily as we give stuff away. Make sure your name's in the hat by either upgrading from club captain or joining simply at redmenplus.com as a club legend tier subscriber. All the best.
Yeah, there you go. A whole cave, man cave / woman cave for you to fill out with goods there, Paul, in like what was essentially an Aladdin's cave of Liverpool memorabilia. We are giving away this today. Let me show it to you. It's one of our Mo Salah shirts. He is the best in the world at what he does, Mo Salah. So we're going to give one of these shirts away to one of our Red Men Plus club legends. So yeah, I'll bring the screen up now. The wheel of what should we call it? The wheel of success, the wheel of joy. Up, down, there we go, got it back again. Right, I'm going to spin that one right now. Let's click to spin. I've done that. I can do a little bit of a drum roll. Congratulations to Sandancer1. Sandancer1, we'll get in touch with you, my friend, and the Mo Salah t-shirt will be shipped to you. Congratulations, yeah. Chris Pajak will be live on YouTube tomorrow night with another one of these draws. You want to make sure you're in it. Head on over to redmenplus.com and sign up for Club Legend. We're giving some amazing prizes away between now and Christmas, culminating, like you've just seen, in that signed Carragher and Phil Thompson shirt from the 2001 FA Cup final. Absolute banging prize. Yeah, redmenplus.com as a Club Legends and get yourselves in tomorrow's draw and all the other ones as well. Right then, let's move on to Sofyan Amrabat. Talking about Liverpool signing midfielders. You got your Bellingham stuff, you got your Fernandez stuff, and you've got your Amrabat stuff as well. The guys at LFC Transfer Room are talking about bringing up rather a report from Matteo Moretto, who says Liverpool fell in love with Sofyan Amrabat during the World Cup. They sent scouts during the tournament and the reports were fantastic. Fiorentina want 30 to 35 million euros. Klopp wants him, and maybe he could even become Bellingham's midfield partner. Then scroll down. Reliability check. Matteo Moretto is one of the most reliable sources around, and he's one of the latest to confirm the rumours with the Moroccan midfielder. It's safe to say the interest from Liverpool are real. I think that should say is real. Is real? Are real? Is real? It's fine, don't worry about it. Maybe get a spell check on your tweets there, guys. But yeah, fascinating, really. It looks like that, again, this was one that, again, you're talking about no smoke without fire. Are Liverpool in the market for Amrabat? Were they in the market before the World Cup? Sorry, I've got to interrupt myself there because I'm going to bring up Chris's comment, who says, let's call it the Wheel of Wankers. Chris, there are paid Redmen Plus subscribers that you've just insulted and called wankers. But fair enough, there's different ways to market the products, and if you want to go ahead and call them all wankers, then make you be you. Fair enough, absolutely fine. Back to the Amrabat stuff then, yeah. Really, really fascinating, really. I think it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world for Liverpool to buy an out DM. I don't think you should be buying someone on the back of a World Cup. And yeah, I'm going to bring it up another tweet here. It's Anfield Watcher reporting this from Revello via the Echo. So this has been down the middle, this one. But the scouts have been left amazed by Amrabat's performances in the World Cup. It's been claimed that Klopp is a big fan of the player and is keen to bring him to Anfield. Tottenham are also in the race for that sign Amrabat. Spurs was Antonio Conte as an admirer, and he tried and failed to agree a deal back in the summer. Fiorentina are aware they've got a gem on their hands. It's been reported they've placed a price tag, like say £34 million on the players' services. So all there or thereabouts in the ballpark, where you're saying there's interest in Amrabat from Liverpool, Tottenham are interested, and it's going to cost you somewhere around 35 million quid. Yeah, we've got a comment here from, who's that one there? Oh, no, that wasn't you. It was, there we go, from Scraps. 26 though, would rather a bit of a younger player. I'll be honest, I don't agree, because I think the one thing Liverpool are missing at the moment is players who are in like a prime age. We've got loads of young players in that midfield, really, and we've got a couple of lads who are on what you'd say the wrong side of 30. The guys who are actually in their prime at the moment in terms of age, Oxlade-Chamberlain and Naby Keita, both of whom I'd be very, very shocked if they're Liverpool players next season. Fabinho's on the tail end of that, really, isn't he? But his form has been very up and down, and mainly down this season. So I disagree. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. If you are going to go and sign, for example, a Bellingham or a Fernandez, or both, thankfully, hopefully, whatever, I don't think there's anything wrong with signing the 26-year-old who just knows his job, is in his prime of his career. You give him a 4-year contract, you've got him till he's 30, and then you see where he is then. I have been very, very impressed with him in the World Cup. I think the note of caution is playing for Morocco, with all due respect, and looking like a star in that role is different than playing for Liverpool. You know, Morocco are expected to defend, and they do defend well. They don't concede goals, basically. But yeah, Liverpool, what's he like on the ball? Is he going to be expected to play the ball more? Is he just a destroyer type? But it does seem like there's stuff in this one. AJ says, I'm worried that Amrabat might be World Cup hype. And yeah, that's the thing. I don't think Liverpool would just buy a player based on his World Cup performances. Liverpool are too smart for that, I would like to think. Although, I don't even know who's running the transfers these days. Is Julian Ward still doing it? I don't know. Ian Graham, whatever. But I don't think Liverpool would ever just buy someone based on the World Cup. They've obviously would have done their homework before. So if this is right and this is accurate and he is on his way in, or he has an interest, Liverpool have got an interest in him rather, I would think this comes from his Fiorentina times rather than the World Cup stuff, because I just don't see that one happening at all, to be honest with you. I just don't think Liverpool can will be so clever. Got a comment from Jono. Can he handle not having low block to help him? Tottenham can have him. That is the question, isn't it, Jono? Like I said, Fiorentina, I don't think Fiorentina, from what I recall, I was speaking to a few people, aren't exactly a low block side, but obviously Morocco very much are, and he has looked well. But you are right in saying that playing centre midfield for Liverpool is a different beast, especially in that number 6 role. You can be exposed a lot. He certainly looks athletic enough to cover the ground, and he's strong in the tackle, and he isn't bad on the ball. So I wouldn't be against this signing. I wouldn't be shocked if Liverpool do go and spend big money on a midfielder and then something like this, a 30 to 30 million pound, because you've got to remember, I've referenced Ox and Keita before, they're probably going to go. Milner, maybe, who knows what happens with him. And then all the other players. There's loads of question marks over these players, whether it's fitness or ability. I think most of our midfielders have got one issue with one or the other. So I wouldn't be shocked if there's a revamp, and it might be that you get a high-level player, like a Bellingham or a Fernandez or whatever, and then the next tier down in terms of price tag, I wouldn't be shocked. Darth Sidious, Big money. Is that, oh, there you go. Slow place players don't look on that one first. I wasn't going to say that one, but I will. Slow place players don't look slow in Serie A. Yeah? The old be wary what you're getting from Italy kind of stuff. This was the comment I was going to bring up from Darth Sidious. Big money buys funded by the new owners, perhaps? Question mark. I've seen a few comments saying, is this suggesting something's on the table ownership-wise? I don't think so, if I'm honest. I'm not sure about that one. But yeah, listen, who knows what's happening in terms of all that kind of stuff. And then Kieran Orr. Is it bad that the only reason I want Naby to stay is because of my Felice Naby Lad Christmas jumper? It's a good jumper, to be fair, Key. But if he does go, it gives you an excuse to buy a new one. And I know you're a club legend, so you get discounts as well. So yeah, basically, it'd be sound. Listen, it'd be nostalgic. You can still use it, unless you sign for a rival, in which case it's a bit weird. Or you can just go and get yourself a new jumper, maybe, because why wouldn't you want to do that as well? Luke asked me, do you think we sign any of these players before new owners or investment? Yes, I do. I do, actually. I think Liverpool will sign a midfielder. Whether it's a midfielder in January or it's they agree something for a midfielder. There's no guarantee how long this investment / sales, it could take years. It might never happen. And it might be business as usual. So I think they will just crack on doing what they're doing. Let's have a little look. Martin, why pay 120 million for a one-season wonders like Enzo instead of buying players like Barella, De Jong and Rice? Don't know, mate, to be honest with you. It might just be that the scouts prefer them. Liverpool might like that type of player. The Barella stuff's been going around for ages, hasn't it? De Jong and Rice. Yeah, they're all good players. Maybe it is just... And I like Enzo Fernandez for the little I've seen of him. Again, it's a preference thing, isn't it, mate? And to be honest, Liverpool have rarely got it wrong with the signings, I would say that. It's very rare we get an absolute stinker. So I think I'm more than willing to give them the benefit of the doubt. Let's have a little look then. Let's move on from the Amrabat stuff and talk about probably my favourite transfer story, maybe of the summer so far. Only on our shows and only in the Liverpool Twitter sphere. Could you get a former X Factor contestant? Yeah, you hear me right. The talent show X Factor. You can get that in there. You can get Kylian Mbappe's mum and Liverpool Football Club all in one story. So Derry Menzo, yeah, the former X Factor player, brilliant. Contestant on the X Factor, brilliant. Just to put a brightener on the England loss for Liverpool fans, I'll be honest, Derry, I'm not sure how many of them really cared, if truth be told, but this is my boy. I will not say what she said, but this is Kylian Mbappe's mum pointing at his mate's Liverpool badge, and then he goes on to say, well, the LFC transfer room guy said Mbappe's mum is still pushing for that Liverpool transfer, and then... Yeah, I think Ahmed Derry replied, yeah, basically confirmed that. So maybe that is what Mbappe's ma said to his mate. Isn't it? I love Liverpool Twitter sometimes. I love the fact that becomes a thing and it goes around all the big Twitter accounts. And I'm talking about it now. I think it's brilliant. Mrs. Mbappe. So yeah, hashtag Mumbappe. Mumbappe 2023. Let's go with that. Hashtag Mumbappe 2023. Kylian's ma, get your son to Anfield. We might need new owners before we can afford you, pal, but I love it. I love the fact that someone's mum talking to the mate of an former X Factor contestant has made its way into the Liverpool Twitter sphere. God bless us. Playing, tracking, and, translating all these reports and believing anyone we talk to and all these foreign accounts. I love LFC Twitter when it comes to transfer stuff. Honestly, these lads could probably, find Lord Lucan if they needed to. They could. It's amazing how well we do on the old transfer stuff. What a story that is. Absolutely brilliant. Right then.
We've had another member.
Another one. Oh, hello. We're getting to the bottom of the board. I might need to start wiping people off. Michael, you might be on short time, mate, because you're at the top. You might need to go soon. Who have we got there, please, Aaron?
John Somers.
John, John.
Yep. And then Somers.
John Somers, thank you very much. What did John join us?
He joined as a first teamer.
First teamer, great tier. Well done to you, John. Enjoy all the added bonuses, including the access to the Sunday members only chat. I want to address that very, very quickly. We had a few people asking why yesterday's stream for Paul was only was a members only chat. It's very, very simple. One of the perks you get as a YouTube member is that one of the shows is members only chat. It's usually the fan reaction show after Liverpool play footy games. Liverpool have not been playing footy games, so we owed it to these people to give them their perk. So that's why we chose the Sunday show. So yeah, if you're wondering why it was, there you go. All sorted. Problem solved for you all. I saw that Chris is in the chat. And I'm guessing he won't admit this because he never does, but I'm guessing he's checking up on me. He's just double checking I do this part of the job right by informing you guys that we've got a flash sale on our Red Men Christmas jumpers. It is the Believers knitted jumper and the Glorious History knitted jumper. They are now both on sale for £20. Yeah, basically, obviously all the disruption with the delivery networks in and around England and the UK and stuff has led to us basically, yeah, we've got a bit of stuff that we're going to time move on, so we might as well help you guys out with a bargain. So yeah, if you order them, whether it's one of the knitted jumpers for £20 and you're in the UK mainland, we can guarantee that you'll get that for Christmas. If you're outside the UK mainland, we can't guarantee it, but listen, it's a good jumper. You save it for next year if you want. On sale, yeah, flash sale, down from £38 to £20. So yeah, redmenmerch.com. I'm wearing one now. Get it in time for Christmas. Wear it on your Crimbo dinner. And there you go, Chris. I remember to do that one. I'm sure you're very, very proud of me. Enzo Fernandez then. The 1,000 of yous in the stream. I'm sure this is the news. There's lots of it, so bear with me. I'm going to go through the whole... what's the word? The trail. Let's do the trail of this one. So let's start off with Dario La Capital, Argentinian outlet. Let me just translate that tweet because I don't speak Spanish. Liverpool negotiations with Benfica, the hiring of Enzo Fernandez. I love these translations. The English club already has an agreement in principle with the Portuguese entity, nice word, to incorporate, even better word, the young midfielder of the Argentine team, from June 2023. Yeah, perfect. I know there's more. Let me crack on because there's plenty more tweets. There's loads of smoke on the Enzo Fernandez train. Benfica sporting director Rui Costa has basically ruled out the chances of this happen in January because unless someone meets Enzo's release clause, they have no player will leave. Unlike other Portuguese clubs, basically, Benfica are in no financial disarray. Rui Costa basically promised this when he ran for Benfica president, that I'm not going to sell anyone in January. I'm sick of Benfica not being a sporting thing, being a financial thing. So he's basically saying no one will go, they want to win stuff, they're having a really good season, unless someone meets the release clause, which is like €120 million. And I'll be honest, I don't see Liverpool going for €120 million. That would be very, very, very shocking. Moving on then, Anfield Talk, those guys over at the Anfield Talk, they do a good job in keeping us informed of all of this as well. And their latest tweet comes with a lovely picture of Enzo, which is always nice to get the views. But Enzo Fernandez and Liverpool are very close to an agreement on personal terms. The expectation is that Liverpool will be willing to pay his release clause. Wow, maybe I'm wrong then, maybe they will do it. That's from Gustavo Yarrow, I think. And I think they explain who he is. I'm right in saying that, and you're the one who found this out for me, that he covers River Plate.
Yeah, and they've got some kind of sell-on clause on.
And River Plate have got a sell-on clause in this deal for Enzo Fernandez from when he moved to Benfica, so they've got a vested interest in it as well. So yeah, brilliant. Wow. Yeah, basically, wow. Are Liverpool going to sign Enzo Fernandez? Are they going to do it this weekend? Are they going to do it tomorrow? Are they looking at next season? Is it something that they're going to get in place? I'd love to know your thoughts, guys. AJ, Enzo and Bellingham. Heart. Wow. Enzo and Bellingham, heart indeed. We'll be talking about Bellingham after I've been to the subscriber board later, but yeah, there's been more on him as well, and we definitely will get to that very, very shortly. But yeah, I think it's... I spoiler alert, redmenplus.com later this week, I sat down for an expert insight with Aaron from Pashima Janada, who's a Portuguese journalist. Well, he covers the Portuguese league rather, and he knows his onions. Off the record, sometimes I text him about Portuguese players. On the record, he flagged Enzo Fernandez up to me like the second he arrived at Benfica. He was like, this lad's amazing. He's not going to last long here. Someone's going to buy him very, very soon. The way that Benfica got him was fascinating. And the reason they got him was fascinating. Wolves and Man United were both in for him. But he wanted to stay at River Plate and try and win the Copa Libertadores with them. So he said, if anyone wants me, they're going to have to buy me and loan me back to River Plate until essentially they're knocked out. And bear in mind that the final of that is like October. So I think Wolves basically said, nah, we need someone now. Man United were in the same boat. So Benfica took the plunge, said, yeah, we'll have him and we'll loan him back to you guys. And when River are knocked out, send them back over to us. River got knocked out in August. They got knocked out very, very, very early. So Benfica have already had him for half a season. And the reports have been great. Anyone who's seen him in the World Cup, I know he missed a penalty, didn't he? And he did score a noggy. But other than that, he scored a very good goal against Mexico and he's been excellent since he got himself in the team. Looks a very, very promising player. Like you say, 21 years old, turns 22 soon. I've got AJ again. AJ's really got his head screwed on and he's looking forward to Thiago, Enzo, Bellingham. Not sure how it works, but that would be the stuff of dreams, yeah. What's interesting about Enzo Fernandez, and why I think that, again, I don't know about the validity of these stories, whether I could see why he would be a target because of how versatile he is. When Benfica play in Portugal, he's on the front foot. He's an attacking player looking for through balls, key passes, assists and all that kind of stuff. But when they've played in the Champions League, if anyone's watched them, and I haven't seen too much of them, but again, I'm going back to what Aaron told me, who I trust he watches them all the time. He says Fernandez plays more of a defensive role, like almost like a number 6. So he can play number 6. I know he's only slight and he's only young. And there's room to grow there, of course, but the fact that he can play as a number 6, so he can have a defensive job, and the fact that he can play as an attacker as well, more like you say, in that Thiago ball-playing role, that's hugely valuable if you can have someone who does both. I mentioned earlier about Amrabat, didn't I? Number 6 behind Fabinho isn't nailed down for Liverpool. It's basically Jordan Henderson who fills in from somewhere else, and after that it's probably James Milner and then Stefan Bajcetic. Milner might be going, Hendo, I'm not sure how much you can rely on him. Fab's form, again, not being great. If you can get someone who can go in and in certain games play number 6, perhaps in a game where you're pretty sure you're going to get a lot of the ball and you can have 2 ball players in there, Thiago and Enzo Fernandez, that would make sense to me. Aaron, can you do a poll for me?
Yep.
There's a lot of stuff linking to Bellingham. So there's one for you guys. Do you believe that it's an either or deal? Do you think this is Liverpool lining up either Bellingham or Fernandez? Or do you think Liverpool are in for both of them and there's a chance they could and want to sign the Argentine and the Englishman? So yeah, do you think this is an either or thing, or do you think it's one or the other rather, or do you think it's both? It would be mad if Liverpool went and spent like 200 million quid on 2 midfielders. I've never really seen them do that before, but listen, it's a whole new world. Retro, Unlim, both. I hope you're right. Hardeep is on the both train as well, so get your votes in, Hardeep. Yeah, brilliant, both. And then boo to Assad. Boo. Boo, Assad. Neither nor this January. Boo. Don't piss on this bonfire, Assad. Let us be happy. Let us talk transfers and let us have a jolly good time. Our glass is very much half full. We don't need it half glass emptiers. Emptiers? Is that a saying? I would just turn that into an English sentence. We don't want anyone who empties our glass, maybe? Yeah. That's like the IKEA sentence. I give you all the bits, put it all together into English, guys, and I'm sure you'll crack on and get it sorted out. Yeah, so yeah, keep voting on that one.
67% so far think Liverpool are going after both.
67% thinking, Assad, my man. Is it going up? Is it going? Okay. We're getting them both. There you go. From doubters to believers. From doubters to believers. In the space of about 5 seconds, I've turned Assad into from a doubter to a believer. What a legend you are, my mate. Yes, sort of. A couple more comments then before I go over to the board. Sir Klopp. Portuguese clubs must hate us. I disagree. I think they love us. I think they love getting that sweet cash. They know when they sign players from South America, more often than not, they're coming to Portugal and then they're moving on to the Premier League or to Spain or to Italy or maybe even to France. They know exactly what they're doing and they're making a pretty penny out of it. I don't think so. I think Porto might hate us because we batter them every time we play them. But I disagree. I think they're quite happy. Martin says, I prefer Jude and Casado instead of Enzo. Yeah, he's another link, Casado. That's gone a bit quiet recently, hasn't it? We'll see if that one re-emerges at some point. Martin again. Was that a members chat that Martin done, or did he just do a regular chat even though he's a member?
Yeah, no, that's just a regular chat.
Shout out, Martin. Thanks for being a member, by the way, mate. Appreciate it. Enzo and Bellingham, that is what dreams are made of. That is a very good dream. And then Mikey Garner. How do I join as a YouTube member? Go to the homepage. You might have to help me out here.
I think Chris has helped him in the comments.
Chris has already helped him. Yeah, you do it from the homepage. YouTube.com/the Redmen TV. And you can do it on there. I think I'm right in saying that one.
Yeah, that's right.
There you go. I probably should have known that already. Speaking of people who are signing up to Redmen, then not so much the YouTube channel, but to Redmen Plus, I have got 10 more names to go and put over there on the subscriber map. So, Aaron, should we go and do it?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's go. Making my way over. Going very, very slow because guess what? I forgot to get the list up on my phone. So if I go slowly and stall just about long enough, I can get the names on my phone. There we go. Absolutely sorted, yeah. I've got 10 more Redmen Plus subscribers to put on this board. What is this board? If you've never watched this show before, very, very simple. If you sign up to our subscription service, redmenplus.com, it signs up as a club captain. We'll put a green pin on wherever you live and give you a shout out. If you join as a club legend, you get a yellow pin and we'll give you a shout out as well. The white pins are for people who used our free code that we did a couple of weeks ago. If you stay on as a Redmen Plus subscriber once your free period ends, you too will get your turned into a green or yellow pin, depending on what tier you go with. Right then. I've got a couple of captains to start off with. Nim241, shout out to Nim, who's in Morden, South East London. I'm going to go there.
Yeah, so this has confused me because it says South East London on his thing, but then on the map it's showing South West London.
Ah.
So.
I'm going there.
Yeah.
I'll do what he said. That's his fault, or her fault. Next one, JC Charteris is from Dunedin, New Zealand. Right. New Zealand, North Island or South Island?
South Island.
You have to help me out.
South Island and go down the east coast.
Yeah.
It's pretty much where your hand is.
Nice. About there?
Done. You've done your research there.
I absolutely haven't. I just knew where the South Coast, I knew where New Zealand was. But that was a guess. Thank you very much. Next one is Irish names, I apologise. It's spelled E-A-N-N-A. Now, in my head, that's Ina or Anna or Aina. But given the fact that it's an Irish name, it could be Fred. Because the way the Gaelic language confuses the words in different places. I think I knew a girl called Siobhan whose name began with a P. Yeah, it confuses me. So I'm guessing your name's Anna or Ina. But that, honestly, it could be like John. The Gaelic stuff. Anyway, it's fine. That's just a bugbear of mine. I apologise if I've insulted the whole of Ireland, that one. Anna/Aina or Ina is in Crusheen, County Clare.
So, you see, do you know where Limerick is?
No.
Okay.
I know where Dublin is.
Yeah, it's on the other coast.
Okay.
The only green pin on that coast. Go down to that, and then the white pin above that. It's there.
So this one, maybe.
Yeah. It's literally next to that white pin.
Oh, it's about there.
Yep.
Let's go with that one. Right, Elman 8 is in Ipswich, England. Okay, so that's...
It's like Norwich way, isn't it?
Here?
Yep.
Yeah?
You've done your research there again.
I knew where Ipswich is. I've been there.
Oh, fair enough.
Right, then a legend, Ross 2204 is in St Helens. Now, I'll be honest, Ross, it's a bit crowded around the northwest of Liverpool / England, so I'm going to have to just stick you over here. You're in the Irish Sea, but it's fine. It represents you in St Helens, and yeah, I hope you can swim. Bamvia is a captain of just London. Didn't narrow it down for us, so I'm just going to stop there. There you go, Bamvia. Thank you very much for subscribing, my friends. JM Hugh1, another club captain in Halifax, Nova Scotia, Canada. Let's head on over to this side of the board.
Do you know where Nova Scotia is?
No, I don't, mate. I apologise.
So,
East or West Coast?
It's East Coast.
Okay.
Go down.
Down?
See, yeah, it's the island away from...
That one?
The one below that.
That one?
Yeah, and it's like halfway down there.
Like there?
On the East Coast, yeah.
Are you sure?
Yep.
Okay, there you go. Thank you very much to JM Hugh. Is a captain. Right, got a new legend. The Wingman 96, good name, the Wingman 96, is in Chesterfield, South Carolina. Here?
Yeah, let me My screen's froze.
Oh, brilliant.
We got to get this right.
Yeah, we do. Well, I'll come back to what I'll do in the meantime then. I'll go to John Lee David Blackshaw. Hello. He's only just told us where he lives. John's been a long-time subscriber. He's in the Wirral. Again, the aforementioned Northwest being busy, John. You're going to go in the sea as well, my mate. Soz. Hope you can swim. Is your screen back working? Did it buy enough time?
The Chesterfield one hasn't, but the next one has. The Sweden one, if you want to go to that one.
Okay, shall we come back to the wingman in a second?
Yeah.
Evelyn is in Molndal, Sweden. Molndal. Let's go with Molndal. Okay, Sweden.
So the easiest way to find this, go to the most northern part of Denmark. Do you know where Denmark?
Yeah.
And then just go to the right.
Just here somewhere?
Yeah, on the coast.
Sorted. That'll do. Are we back with the wingman, yeah?
We are.
South Carolina.
South
Last
Carolina.
one. You can save the best till last. We've made you work for this one.
So,
I thought here.
It's pretty much maybe slightly to the right. It's kind of at the bottom of the pins that are overhanging from New York.
Like here-ish?
Yeah.
There we go. Thank you very much. There we go then. 10 more club legends. Copite 1986 and NPW 32. You're on the list for tomorrow already for Chris. So if you sign up as a Redmen Plus subscriber, Club Legend or Club Captain, get yourselves on the board. If you are an existing Club Legend, get in the Discord and tell us where you're based. If you're a Redmen Plus Club Captain and you haven't told us, just email stay@redmen.tv. Let us know where you're watching from, where you're subscribed from, and we'll get your pin on the board right then. Brilliant. Shall we go back?
Let's go back.
Let's go back. I can walk a little bit quicker this time. Not kicking this over like I always do. Hi. Right then, back in the chair. Smooth operator. Right then, where are we up to? Jude Bellingham. Of course, we're up to Jude Bellingham. Let's get cracking. This is new information tweeted at 8:29 p.m. So 31 minutes before we went live on the show. This wasn't on the agenda, but we've obviously had to put it in. Look at that one, Kevin Palmer. Shout out to Kevin. Liverpool are in pole position to sign Jude Bellingham and are trying to get the deal over the line now. In capital letters, now. It would be a real statement signing. It really, really would be a real statement signing because, yeah, bloody hell, he's Jude Bellingham. I wonder if this is to do... Aaron, I'm going to speak to you about this one, actually. Get your thoughts. Do you think this might be something to do with, the fact that England are now knocked out the World Cup? There's a couple of weeks before anyone gets back playing. Do you reckon it could just be something to do with that? It could be the fact that, there are a number of clubs related to him. I would be shocked if Dortmund signs him, but wow, that would be a statement of intent if Liverpool could get Jude Bellingham now, mate, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I think it probably, if it's true, then it's obviously something to do with England going out the World Cup now. But, I don't know. We're obviously chasing him. Are we going to get him now? I'm not too sure on that.
Yeah, and
I hope we do.
Right then, let's have a look. Who have we got in the chat? Let's have a little look. AJ, again. It's at the point now of Bellingham. If Bellingham doesn't happen, I will be gutted, yeah. I'm prepared to get hurt. I'm prepared to get hurt. For sure. Who's next? Mikey Gardner. I just hope Jude doesn't end up like Delhi did. I know Jude has a different mindset, but it can happen to any player. Yeah, listen. If there's one player you'd like to think can keep one manager who can help players just keep players on the straight and narrow, it's Jurgen Klopp, isn't it? I would trust Jurgen to do exactly what he's doing. Shout out to Steve Plunk. Says, evening Steve. Be great to get him in Jan. Add another 50 million to the deal to get it done. Steve is splashing that cash. Steve, you're doing our market, and maybe you can go and have Liverpool find an extra 15 mil from somewhere and you get it done, my mate. And then Kieran Orr. I think if we agree Bellingham now for the summer, it gives the lads a boost for the rest of the season. It also gives a few players a kick up the arse because they know that they're going to lose their place because he's going to play when he comes here, if he comes here. So yeah, maybe it gives another couple of lads a little bit of a kick up the bum. Let's have a little look. Julian. That's Oddbod. Sorry, it's Oddbod/Quadbod/Tribe, whatever cups Liverpool are trying to win. Anyway, it's Julian. He's in the YouTube. He's one of our Club Legends subscribers, of course. Says, hey Jude, just get it done. Just take your pen out and sign the contract. You have to sing it, Steve. Okay. Hey Jude, Just get it done. Take your pen out and sign the contract. There you go. If someone sent that to him, that'll get the deal done. What do you reckon of my voice, Aaron?
That was surprisingly good.
Was it?
Yeah.
Get in.
Well done.
Thanks, mate. Shout out from Jack, the Bailey's 22. Has Jude been on the log flume in Blackpool yet? Yeah, he has. The old Virgil van Dijk tapping up. It's freezing here, mate. I don't know. I know you're down in South Wales, Jack. I don't know how cold it is there. Up in the northwest. I drove in here today. It was -5. -5. That's really cold. You know when you got no hair? That's like -8. There's a wind chill factor that you've got to put into perspective. I reckon the log flume in Blackpool is frozen solid. You can't get on it. But yeah, I think I'm pretty sure there's been a lot of tapping Jude Bellingham up. And then quad bod again, Julian. That was beautiful. I'm in tears. The dulcet tones of Steve Hoare. Not only am I a pretty face, I've also got the voice of an angel. Someone wrote that in the comments. I'm not going to bring it up because I don't need to bore you with the details. Don't mean to brag, but someone did write that. It might have been my mum. And Charles agrees. Great singing. I agree. Listen, I'm wasted here. Maybe I should go on the X Factor and then start meeting Kylian Mbappe's mums, mates, Fred's uncles, whatever it is, and get us all in. Have we had a members? Is that a super chat I can see?
It's a super chat.
Is there anything on it?
No, there's no message. Just a nice
from Kevin, a super chat. Sorry, Kevin. If you will you keep an eye out if Kevin posts again so I can read his message out, please, Aaron, in the chat, pin it for me. Yeah, thanks very much for the super chat, mate. But you didn't actually write anything on it. It might have been a sticker, I don't know. But thank you very much indeed. Craig Adams, get a Christmas CD next year. Yeah, remember Darren Farley's sketch with Steven Gerrard singing all the Christmas songs? Maybe we could do one of them with the Redmen TV guys. Scraps, what happened? Oh, it's jumping about. Have I got it? There we go. What happened to us going in for Mohamed Kudus? Oh, that is so the first week of January, Scraps. No, first week of December news. It's old news, pal. It's gone. It's in the transfer cycle. A week is a lifetime. Been and gone. I saw David Ornstein actually reporting today that he still fancies a move to the Premier League. Whether it's going to be us or not, I don't know. I should go on Britain's Got Talent. Says, yeah, I like my job here, to be honest with you. Kevin's message, I've got it here. Is that it? You'll never walk alone.
That's the one.
Kevin says, you'll never walk alone. Oh, no. There you go. You'll never walk alone from Sweden. Thank you, Kevin. You'll never walk alone too. Unless you're alone walking, in which case I can't promise you that you're not alone. And also, I don't know if that means you're not going to walk here from Sweden. That's a long way. There's a bridge that goes to Denmark, but then you're going to have to get on a boat. Yeah, it's fine. You don't think you can do that. Let's have a little look. Charlie Core says, Steve for Christmas #1. Sure, I must be better than fucking, what are they called? Sausage roll, what are they called? Lad bat, what were they? Baby? Yeah, I'm better than them, surely. I know they have a word, guys. Tried to get Christmas #1 last year. And it was very, very, I think they ended up like 80th. So even with a big push. So I'm not sure that would happen. But yeah, someone else needs to get fucking Christmas #1 for sure. Jules again. That should be Pajak's challenge for tomorrow. Celebrate Jew through the medium of dance. Note that down. Rather than doing a question, set a challenge for the gaffer.
I think that's a good idea, though.
It is. I think it is. Yeah, absolutely. Right then, Lad Baby. Yeah, Jack's let me know it is Lad Baby. Yeah, my God, let's have a little go. Let's crack on the Bellingham stuff then, because no, in fact, no one was talking more about my singing. Because why not? Kieran's in there as well. Paul has a decent voice. Maybe a Paul and Steve double act. Can Paul sing? I don't think I've heard Paul sing. Maybe he can. It wouldn't surprise me. He's a man of many talents. So yeah. Anyway, back to this Bellingham stuff. Let me know your thoughts. Can we have another poll, Aaron?
We can.
Oh, aren't you just the best? Liverpool are in pole position. It says trying to get the deal over the line now. Do you believe that Liverpool can get Jude Bellingham in January? Or do you think it's something where they can get it done now, but he arrives in the summer? So question will be, what does now mean? Does it mean he arrives in January, or the deal's done but he arrives in the summer? What do you think? I'd love to know your thoughts. This is, as AJ says, hot Bellingham chat. This is exactly hot Bellingham chat. I think he's brilliant, and I think, shall I say this on the internet? Shall I? Yeah. Listen, who cares? If this gets, was it old takes exposed or like a rival fan? like a City fan or a Real Madrid fan clips this up when he scores from the halfway line against Liverpool for them. But I've got a feeling I think he is going to sign for Liverpool. I really do. I think it's going to be like in the summer, like a Naby Keita style deal where we all know it's happened, but he's arriving in the summer. We got a little bit of that thing we had him with Konate.
Yeah.
Similar.
It's a bit early, didn't we?
A little bit where we all knew straight away that was going to happen. I think that's where we're at, kind of thing as well. So yeah,
71% so far. I think it's going to be sorted, but it will be for the summer.
How many? Sorry,
71%.
71%. You think now before the summer? Yeah, I think I tend to agree. Oh mate, shall I bring that one? Even though it's mean, I thought it was really funny. So Steve Orr sounding like Susan boiled egg. If you can't laugh at yourself, laugh at other people, I suppose. SOH 1993. Thanks very much, mate. Susan boiled egg. Brilliant. Absolutely fantastic. Adam Welly, is Enzo a done deal now then? Again, if you missed the show earlier, mate, lots of reports in Argentina and a bit coming out of Portugal suggesting that it's kind of close. But yeah, there's obviously nothing in terms of from our end in terms of England yet. Whether there is in the next days or two, we'll soon find out. But yeah, it looks great. Christian, speaking about going back to Bellingham, not in January, but he comes in the summer and takes the big number 8. Do you think he would take 8? Because I thought he'd stick with 22, because that's kind of like his brand. Like, you know, the JB 22 stuff, maybe. I mean, Stevie Gerrard was his idol, we know that.
Is Calvin Ramsey 22 at the minute?
I don't know that. Shall I look at Liverpool squad numbers?
Obviously, Keita's got 8, but...
He's going, Keita.
Yeah, exactly.
Liverpool squad, I should really know this if someone is 22. Let's have a little look. So you think it's...
I think it's Calvin Ramsey.
You're right, look at that. Great knowledge by Joe.
Aaron.
Joe.
Scott.
Joe. Aaron. No, Aaron. Aaron says Calvin, yeah, he is 22. I wonder if there's a little deal to be done there. Maybe Calvin Ramsey can be number 8. Yeah?
It's interesting.
Nah, I think...
I'd rather Bellingham have 8.
I agree. SC, anyway, says, isn't that style of transfer quite popular in Germany? I think they're more open to just announcing it that it happens, and I think German fans can be quite understanding of it. I think Dortmund fans will be well aware that this is probably going to be the last season that they're going to have a Jude Bellingham. If they get a big old transfer fee and he stays, and, you know, as it stands, I think they're 6th in the Bundesliga. They need to qualify for the Champions League. So I think if he stays around, I think they will be more appreciative of it. Like I say, everyone knew Konate was joining, didn't they? That was already telegraphed. Naby Keita did it a year in advance. So it isn't something that's uncommon. Another comment from Steve Plunk. I reckon it'll be pre-agreed, but he stays for the remainder of the season. Enzo is supposedly the same. We need something in January, says Steve. Can I interest you in Sofyan Amrabat in January? Jude Bellingham and Enzo Fernandez in the summer, and Naby Keita, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain leaving, and maybe James Milner just hanging, standing maybe Milner goes or just signs a new contract and just hangs around for another year, goes onto the coaching staff maybe. Liverpool's midfield does need a revamp. It's so alien, because this isn't how we act, but it's kind of what's needed. So I agree. I think we need something. Probably need one in January. Maybe that is the Amrabat stuff. If that stuff is legit, we'll soon find out. Of course, with the looking at the big boys coming in the sand, that's a lot of money for Liverpool to spend. No,
have we got room on that whiteboard?
Have I got room on the whiteboard?
Because we've had another member.
Oh wow. I could. Shall I put them at the top or shall I get rid of someone?
That's your choice.
You've left me to that one, haven't you?
Yeah.
Let's put it. I'm going to do it. Yeah. Let's put it sideways. Go on.
I'm going to spell it. It's another one that I don't want to offend the person. So
okay.
R-U-A. R-U-A.
Yeah.
I-R-I.
Ruari. That's another Irish name.
And then surname G-O-G. R-A-T-Y.
R-A.
Sorry, A-R-T-Y.
G-O-G-A.
R-T-Y.
Often.
And he has joined as a first teamer.
Rory Gogarty.
That's the one.
There you go, Rory. Look at that. You're the only vertical name on the list for now. Bless you. Well done to you, first team member. You get say members chat on Sunday and a few other perks as well. The emojis. So the other day, I don't know if any of the YouTube members are in there now and you want to use them. I'm not sure I can bring them up, but our graphic designer, Jimmy, and his intern, made new emojis of me, Paul, and Chris. So yeah, they're available to you now. If you remember, I think you can use them now. I don't know can I see them if people use them. I don't know. But yeah, if you are one of the members using the chat now, have a little look on the emojis and see if you can bring up the Chris. There's one of me looking like I'm in Home Alone, I think, and there's a couple of Chris looking shocked and disappointed, and there's one of Machin as well. So yeah, if you want to get yourselves involved, I can't bring them up, can I?
No, they're coming up on the YouTube chat.
If you're in the YouTube chat, you can see them. I can't bring them up on here. It just looks like a code. Yeah, I'll show you what it looks like to me. All I can see is that.
That's accurate.
But Steve Shock kind of gives it away. And they are boss. They are amazing emojis, if I don't say so myself. I never thought I'd be an emoji, Aaron.
You've done well there.
I think I'd make it. Someone's told me that Anfield Talk have tweeted again. Shall we go to the Anfield? Let me see if I can find that.
I've seen a lot of people saying Fabrizio Romano's tweeted about it as well, but he hasn't. So.
He hasn't? Okay, well, let's have a little look. Our mates at the Anfield Talk, eh?
They have, actually.
They have,
actually, so they have, and it's about Fabrizio Romano. I don't know where he's put.
Okay, so they're bringing something up the news aggregation. Well, we're going to find this out together. Yeah? It's on his... It looks like it's on Fabrizio's podcast.
Is it? I've only seen the tweet.
Is that it?
That's the one.
It is true that Liverpool and Real Madrid are interested in Enzo Fernandez. No talks yet with Benfica. Okay. Do you think then that could be one of us gets Bellingham and one of us gets Fernandez?
Would you take that?
Which one? I would take Bellingham, I think, of the two. Would you? Right then, poll time.
Another poll.
I don't even need to talk about this one, do I, Aaron? You know exactly
Bellingham
what it is.
Or Fernandez? Who are you having?
There we go. Who would you rather have? Just as we get to the final, start wrapping up the show. Klopp shocked emojis in there as well. There is, yeah, there's loads of new emojis, so yeah. Fabrizio is just recycling news. Says Ilyas. Yeah, maybe. Listen, Fabrizio Romano's made a career for himself on this transfer stuff. He's like a football reporter who doesn't talk about the football. He's got it absolutely sussed. What a guy. Is the poll a question? Yeah, it will be. It is a question, yes, Jack. It is.
The poll is live.
The poll is live now. The poll is live now. Let's have a little look. Who's this one? Brace Deville. No need for a poll. It's Bellingham. Okay, well, you know what? I want the poll. All right, Jace.
I'll be honest, the poll kind of backs it up. It's 97% of Jude Bellingham.
Brace, rather. 97% here.
97.
Hazard, next type of poll. Do you like air? Okay, I just wanted to double check. Just wanted to double check. You never know. Just never know. You just never know. Right then, yeah, we are approaching the end of the show. Fascinating, really. Some big, basically, I've said this a few times, and I said this to Neil Jones on JNO Insight, and he half agreed with me, to be honest. He said, ever since the Van Dijk debacle, Liverpool, in terms of internally, try and keep a lot of things close to the chest. So when news breaks about Liverpool signings, sometimes the first point of call can be, the outlets where the club's based or where the player's from. Sometimes they get wind of it first, whether it's through agents or intermediaries or clubs trying to leak stories out just to try and make themselves look better and get it, whatever it is. So I wouldn't be shocked if, there's a lot of smoke here on three players. Whether Liverpool are in for all three of them, I don't know. I hope this would be nice if they were. But yeah, I think it's fair to say this is something that we're definitely going to keep an eye on. I like Enzo Fernandez a lot. I like Jude Bellingham more. Amrabat, I'm undecided upon, if I'm honest. I'm not quite sure. But fuck it, I like signing. So if you want to go and get him, go and bring him in. Just before the end of the show, David says, would you have Jude or Enzo? I read your mind, Dave. If I could only pick one, I would pick Jude Bellingham for sure. I like both of them. I think they're different type of players. I think Enzo's, he's younger, obviously he's a bit more Thiago-ish. I don't think we've got anyone quite like Jude Bellingham. He's a sensation, really. Mikey Garner. Does Curtis Jones have a future if Jude signs? Yeah, because he's only just signed the contract for the start, Curtis Jones. If you think about it, Oxmilner and Naby maybe leaving. So you get, say, for example, Bellingham does sign. It's Fabinho, Bellingham, Thiago is probably a midfield three. Henderson, Elliott, Jones, maybe. And then if there is another one, whether it's a Fernandez or Amrabat. Have I missed anyone off there? I'm looking at my board now. No, that's about right, isn't it? So yeah, maybe I don't think so. Liverpool could just give him a new contract. So, but he might find game time hard to come by. Curtis Jones is another one who needs to stay fit and get himself on the pitch more often. Right then, Kieran Orr, the JNO Insight Show is almost worth the Redmen Plus subscription by itself. In itself, by the way, yeah, it's a great show with Neil every Thursday. Neil's a really good guest to have on each and every week. Right then, I need to set a question for Chris, don't I? Before I go. So yeah, Mr. Tuesday Night himself, Chris Pajak, will be live on Tuesday night, as I just said. Any questions that you guys want to mention to Chris, do get in the chat very, very shortly. I mean, Jules wants them to dance. I mean, I can ask him, potentially. He
does like to dance over to the subscriber board, doesn't he?
He loves a boogie. He described himself on Twitter once as a fat lad who loves to dance, and I think he was being harsh on himself. He's not fat. He's big boned, but he's not fat. Chris isn't fat. He's a healthy weight gentleman. He does love to dance. He's a very good dancer, well, funny enough.
Do you want to know the results of the Jude Bellingham and Enzo Fernandez poll?
Let me guess.
Go on.
Bellingham, 98%.
94.
Oh, 94.
5 to Enzo, and then we've lost a percent somewhere.
Oh, we've lost. Oh, maybe they wanted Amrabat.
Maybe
they wanted him. Right then, okay. Are you on with Chris tomorrow, Aaron?
No, it's Joe tomorrow.
Okay, we're making note for Joe. This one, it comes from Jules. Chris needs to interpret his love for Bellingham in the form of dance.
Cool.
Yeah, will he? That's his question. Will you do that? I'm sure he will.
I'm sure he will.
I'm sure he will. Right then, thank you so much for joining us on this show, guys. Like I say, loads and loads of transfer stuff to talk about. It was fascinating. Don't forget, as I mentioned before, Chris will be back on Tuesday night. RedmenPlus.com if you want, like I mentioned, JNO Insight before. We've got the interview with Aaron coming up from Prasima Janada, all about Fernandez, how good he is and all that kind of stuff. A little bit on his history as well. So yeah, do go and check that out. Do make sure you give this a big like on the way out if you haven't already. It really does help us out. And yeah, Chris will be back tomorrow night at 9 p.m. for another interactive show. Thank you so much for joining me. Take care, everyone.
Closer to Liverpool Football Club and the amazing city of Liverpool with Red Men Plus. More content for your eyes and ears, documentaries, extra bonus Red Men shows, podcast features, interviews. Get close to the culture of Liverpool Football Club on Red Men Plus.